Hello everyone, welcome back to AAS Publishing and part 2 of the series on the Astronomical Journal, AJ. So as we left off last time, there was a significant change in AJ and the AAS in 2016. And we remarked a little bit about this editorial from John Gallagher, noting that the editorship of the AAS journals would all be under one hierarchy instead of one hierarchy for the APJ, the Astrophysical Journal, and one hierarchy for AJ, the Astronomical Journal. So it was all going to be on one. And why? Why this change? Well, one of the drivers was what was happening to the number of publications in the AJ. So this plot, taken from or generated from ADS, shows the number of articles published as a function of time from 2001 to about 2014. Okay, so 2014 is the end date here. And so there's a general trend of the number of articles published in AJ going down consistently over a decade or so. On the other hand, the trend for the APJ was that the number of articles published was going up, of course with a little bit of noise associated in each curve. So basically the two journals at some level became indistinguishable from one another, and given that, most authors were electing to publish in the APJ instead of maybe traditionally where they would have published in the AJ. And so it was a case of sort of the APJ eating the AJ's lunch. So this is not good for the AJ, going back to Gould's desire that the journal be published in perpetuity, that it keep going. And so it was in 2014 that a task force on the future of our journals, the AAS journals, was appointed by the AAS Council. And it delivered a set of recommendations to enhance the value and utility of the AAS publications, in particular the APJ and the AJ in the structure. And you can read all of the recommendations that were done in that URL given below. But the ones will be particular of interest to us in this series on the AJ is that the quote, this is from the report, the task force found that the AJ and APJ were valuable brands, yay, but had evolved to the point where there is little or no differentiation in content. True statement, and that's why in that graph we saw AJ was going down, APJ was going up. The identities of the AJ and APJ are in need of redefinition. Furthermore, their identity as AAS publications needs to be strengthened. And so the recommendation was, we will revise the editorial hierarchy so that there is a single editor for the AAS publications who will supervise lead editors for content corridors, and these lead editors will then supervise the current system of scientific editors. And so this is the recommendation that was implemented, and this is why the APJ and the AJ were combined under one editorship, and so there was no longer a need for a independent AJ editor-in-chief, and hence John Gallagher's editorial. This corridor system is with us today. I happen to be one of those lead editors in the fundamental physics and high energy phenomena corridor, and that system is with us today after about being implemented for about 3 years. So what is the current scope of the AJ? The current scope of the AJ is that it publishes significant original research. I think we've covered that several times in these videos, relevant to all aspects of astronomy and astrophysics. It maintains its traditional emphasis on scientific results derived from observations, and also includes articles on the interpretation and use of such results. AJ includes articles that describe instrumentation, methods of data acquisition, survey design and strategy, and it is also home to articles that describe the astronomical use of software and for innovations in astronomical computing. So sort of bringing the scope of the AJ up to the modern era. And what this means in practice is that some corridors in the 7 corridor structure will primarily direct their articles toward AJ. Other corridors will primarily direct their articles to the APJ. And some corridors, it's a mix. It just kind of depends on the nature of the article and so on. But the important point is that AJ has a definite feeder of articles going into it, of all the articles submitted to the AAS journals. That's important. I claim it's important. How does that look? Right? Because remember, our plot was that the publications in AJ were going down. So how has this experiment worked since 2016? Well, let's go to the articles published in the AJ as a function of time. Again, this is from 2001. But now, instead of ending in 2014, we're going to take it up to the last year where there's complete data, so 2018. And as a remark, there is that disturbing trend of the number of articles published in AJ going down, 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 reaching a nadir in 2014. And so once the corridor structure was established and articles were specifically directed to the AJ, you can see that the trend in AJ has been reversed, and in fact 2018 was a banner year for AJ. It published more articles than it ever had before in its history. And while 2019 is not completely in, still got a few months, the indications look like that AJ is going to hit another banner year in the number of articles published. And so that's a good thing, and it helps ensure Gould's vision in 1849 that the AJ will continue to be supported permanently as it moves forward in its second century. So that's what I wanted to say about AJ in the modern era, and I encourage you to submit your articles to the AAS journals. When you get there, there's a little click box where you can suggest the journal that you would like it to be published in. Ultimately, that is a decision of the lead editors, but more likely than not, it goes with the author's desire for the journal. So AJ on the way back, it's great, and I hope you're enjoying these. Drop me a line sometime with some suggestions on topics that you might like to hear about, and otherwise I'll see you in about 2 weeks or so. Thanks, bye-bye.